It shouldn't be a privilege to broadcast on the national airwaves. It is a fundamental right in a free society. And frankly, it's the test of a free society. In the course of this pandemic, we have seen a unilateral set of damaging COVID measures backed by most of the media, with the thrust of journalist questions to our politicians asking why we're not locking down sooner, harder, longer, faster. And that's their right, and I defend it to the hilt. But here at Talk Radio, you have a platform where we obviously interview pro-lockdown voices all day long, but we voice the other side of the argument too. The other side of the argument you won't hear elsewhere. This is a place where we have a perfectly reasonable debate about the success or otherwise of previous lockdowns. And of course, we focus on the incalculable human damage from these COVID measures, which my colleagues in the media elsewhere seem to underplay and at worst ignore. And the non-COVID death toll is a huge focus here at Talk Radio, caused, as we know, by untreated other illnesses and the poverty that will be baked into the system for decades. Remember, poverty kills. That's not speculation. That's not crackpot science. That's the truth. As I've said many times, in a sense, in the course of this pandemic, everyone's right and everyone's wrong. No one's got a monopoly on empathy, on the science, or on the truth. But with the decision by YouTube to remove Talk Radio from its platform, after no censure whatsoever from the official UK broadcasting watchdog Ofcom, we witnessed a devastating assault on free speech and the silencing of the other side of the argument. The argument that doesn't indulge in 5G conspiracy theorists or COVID denial. It's a wretched virus. We all hate it. We want it to end. But we focus on arguments that challenge the data, that evaluate the effectiveness or otherwise of COVID measures. And we look at the damage of these COVID measures on people's lives, on your lives. The damage that was so succinctly and bravely expressed by a caller to this show 2 days ago, Mick in Cambridge. Do you remember Mick in Cambridge? Now, that video went viral, and I'm no stranger to the occasional viral video. This video was watched with sympathy and sadness by the best part of 500,000 people. Now, when your government is borrowing £500 billion on your behalf and that of future generations, when your government imprisons you in your own home for months on end, when your government literally covers your face, and when your government effectively shuts down your business and puts you on the dole queue, we can only pray, of course, that was the right thing to do, but we will talk about it. Now, we don't know if that's the right thing to do. Only history will tell. But here at Talk Radio, we will debate measures that are impacting your lives and impacting the country. We have to talk about it. And here at Talk Radio, we will. Now, some of our rivals and critics in the media celebrated our brief cancellation. But folks, don't celebrate too hard, because if this encroaching totalitarian censorship continues, you'll be next. It serves all of us to live in a free society where every point of view is respected. Don't let freedom of expression, and most importantly, freedom of thought, become the next casualty of this pandemic. I would personally like to thank Google, the owners of YouTube, for seeing sense and doing the right thing. So we're back, and we're back with a vengeance, not with one, but with 2 brand new YouTube channels. This is Talk Radio, where all views are welcome and where freedom of speech is alive and kicking. This is Talk Radio.